what makes a good bass player and rhythm section, in your opinion, Lee?
I think to be a really great bass player and to be a really great musician in this business, I think the most important thing is to get over the gag reflex.
How so?
Once you're over that, it opens up worlds of work for you that you never dreamed would be possible.
Okay. Could you unwrap that one a little?
Okay. No, I think, it goes back to the professionalism. I think it requires good ears. You hear the stuff. It's the song and the session isn't about you. If it was, you would be the artist.
Right.
So you listen to the songs and you try to find and craft a part that best accentuates the song. Yeah. And if all it requires is whole notes and half notes, so be it. That's not boring. That's the part.
That's right.
Where a lot of guys think, the more intense it is, if you're doing fusion or stuff like that, it's like that's where you really show what you got. Yeah. I said a whole note can really show what you got. Yeah, it's a whole other ballgame.
Right.
But to me, everything is predicated on the song, and I was fortunate to start with guys like James Taylor and Jackson Browne, who are probably some of the finest songwriters of the generation.
Yeah, wow.
So from the very beginning, I was dealing with incredibly great material and learning how to fit into it. So I've kind of approached everything I've done, regardless of the genre. It's the same. My tone really doesn't even change that much. I try to find parts that kind of weave through the musical community, rather than, this is my specific sound for funk. This is my specific sound for hip hop. This is my, I for some reason have found a thing that's become kind of like a common denominator throughout all of it. And regardless if I'm working with somebody from Syria, from Japan, from Argentina, from the States, music's music. So most of what I do kind of fits in, and then it's up to me to adjust to the specific song, the specific moment that we're working with. And then it comes down to the demands of the producer, the artist, whatever.
Sure.
And sometimes I find myself in situations like we were saying a little bit earlier, where their concept of what they want is a little different than what mine is. But they've hired me. They're paying the bill. It's my obligation to give them what they want. Yes. Now, sometimes on a project, I'll do exactly what the producer wants, and then I'll say, look, man, if you can give me one more pass, let me throw out my idea of how I would like. And sometimes they've looked at me and they said, oh, that's great. I would have that's perfect. Thank you. And other times they said, no, I'm kind of, I really like my idea. I go, cool. I just wanted to give you the option.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's just plain silly.
You're hired help. You're hired help at the end of the day.
Right. I get it. But if somebody doesn't want to hear your take on something, that's just plain silly as far as I'm concerned.
No, but that's their call. Sometimes they might say, look, we don't have enough time or anything like that.
Okay.
My personal kind of mantra is everything I do is etched in mud. I know what I might think, but to me, if somebody has other ideas and wants to try something different, fine, go for it. It's all good with me.